Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. Will you still love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your size? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, but you say that I'm the only one, the only one. But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning stars? I'd like to know that your love is love I can be sure of. Oh yeah, so tell me now, 'cause I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Hey, ooh.
Randy Katz, vocalist, Frank Bufo on guitar, Tony Picciuto in studio as well. The directors, Montreal's News Talk leader, CJAD 800, joining us this afternoon as we enjoy their music and, celebrate your big screen presence in Barney's version. It's a film just released starring Dustin Hoffman, Paul Giamatti, Minnie Driver, and
Speedman.
I can imagine what kind of experience that was for you, for the band, 8 musicians, 2 vocalists, and I can imagine you'll have stories to tell for a long, long time. And Tony, I know you have a Dustin Hoffman story you want to share with CJD listeners.
Sure. Well, I got to tell you, first of all, I can't tell you the story without telling you I've been a huge fan. I mean, the whole premise of the directors and our website is based on, Quentin Tarantino, the silver screen. I'm, I love that whole black and white era. But we're at the Ritz-Carlton getting ready for our first day of shooting. And I'm telling Randi to get her camera because I want to get pictures, But we were told by people on the set that we weren't allowed to speak to the actors. They're in character, they're this, they're that.
Forbidden.
Mm-hmm. I mean, really warned.
Not allowed.
And, there was 220 extras in that room, you could imagine. When they walked in, they were overwhelmed, and everybody applauded. Anyway, Dustin Hoffman walks in, and I look at him, and I see every star, every role, like Papillon, Tootsie, and I'm like just, starstruck. And I'm watching him, and he's just wonderful, man, just playing. So in the afternoon, after all this stuff unfolded, we're sitting on the side of the stage having a break, and I'm talking to Randi. We're talking amongst ourselves, and he walks across the dance floor, sits right beside me. So I tell Randi, I said, "Get your camera." She goes, no, not now. It's not a good time. I said, "Get your camera." So while I'm talking to her, Dustin taps me on the shoulder, and I'm shocked that he did that, because he was talking to someone clearly on the other side of me, and he looks at me and he goes, "Is that your band playing and you singing with in the background for all the music?" And I said, "Yes, it is." He says, great job. He says, "It really sounds good." And he goes, and I look at him, I said, "Mr. Hoffman," I says, "with all due respects, I'm a huge fan." I said, "But you're not allowed to be talking to me." Anyway, that's my, and he looked at me like, what is this guy on?
But he plays piano, by the way.
But then afterwards, we got...
Did you jam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got up, he jammed.
During one of the breaks, we got the piano working, and he was up, and we were just standing watching him. I mean, he was wonderful piano player.
Tony Picciuto, Randy Katz, Frank Bufo on lead guitar this afternoon here on Montreal's News Talk leader CJAD 800. You know them as a result of their musical work in town, the directors, and now star of the big screen, Barney's version. Randy, what was it like? Tony, what was it like? Frank, what was it like when you saw yourselves in the finished product?
I'm still getting used to it. I saw the movie for the film for the first time, for the third time, I should say, yesterday. And I'm still getting used to it. I saw myself and I was a little bit, whoa, that's very big. And
That's why they call it the big screen.
Yeah, it's really big.
Absolutely.
And but I'm getting used to it slowly. It was the music sounded really good. The sound was amazing.
Yeah. Is this going to change your lives, professionally, personally?
You know what? For me, we've been doing.
You've been making music for a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah.
And we love it. I tell you.
Yeah.
And it shows.
We really do.
Yeah.
And you know what? For me, it just I feel good that we were chosen for this, because it's a great project. You know.
We're very grateful.
Very grateful. I mean, Mordecai Richler. We're honored, really. I don't know. I can't say enough about it. And working at this was a real treat for us. And that I'm if nothing else, I mean, we hope that people go out and listen to the movie and enjoy it. And I just hope that I don't know. For me, we left a little mark somewhere on the wall that I could say, you know what, if I could look back maybe 20 or 30 years from now and say, wow, we did that project and it was such a great thing. So
Tony and Randy, vocalists for the directors. Frank playing guitar. What was it like for you?
Too, seeing myself in the movie, they put a wig on me. I had a mustache that was like down to here,
George Harrison.
And it was like a George Harrison kind of mop kind of haircut, And seeing myself for the first time in the movie, I mean, to me, I looked so funny, but it was great. And at the end, just even to see my name at the end, they actually put my name there. For me, it's such an honor. It was such a huge treat.
Did you play live?
Well, we had to mimic when we were actually filming. We had to mimic the songs we actually did in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was all pre-recorded.
Was that tough?
It was different.
It was different.
It was different, but we felt pretty good. I mean, I felt pretty good because at some point they would cut it out.
Yeah.
But you would remember the tempo and the rhythm, and you're still pretending you're playing, because they had dialogue to go on, so they'd actually lower. And same thing with people dancing, pretending to be dancing. They would hear the music, they would start to dance, then the music would totally disappear. So it was a neat experience.
Yeah, that's why you see, sometimes you see in the movies, and you're like, wow, those people are really not such great dancers. It's because they're not dancing to any music.
That's right. I really look at movies differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
The process, right?
Yeah. You got to give a lot of credit to the actors, too. Because it's a very long process, and a lot of people don't realize that. It takes a very long time to shoot even one scene.
Very tedious.
And I really take my hat off to the actors. It's a fantastic... It's very, very respectable. Very.
And a rewarding experience, I can imagine.
Oh, crazy rewarding. Yeah.
Randy Katz, Tony Picciuto, vocalists for the directors, and Frank Bufo joining us as well on the lead guitar. We would have had the whole band in, but we're kind of running out of real estate here. But we want to thank you. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It's been an absolute pleasure again to see you again.
Thanks for
and
having
to hear
us.
you again. I wish you much continued success in your careers. Keep on rocking.
Yeah.
And we will, I'm sure, catch up again.
Can I just say Happy New Year to all our friends and relatives?
Our supporters.
And our supporters and people in our community and that we've worked for, that we're going to be working for. Looking forward to seeing all of you in the new year.